Hi, I'm Ashley. Welcome back to Pine Haven Homestead. We are switching gears because the temperatures outside are so cold and we finally have snow here in North Idaho. And that means that we don't really get to complete and do a whole lot of projects and things outside. There's no gardening to be done and can't put in any fencing or do any painting outside or anything like that. So basically it's just keeping the animals fed, watered, and warm, and milking the cow. And that is the extent of our homestead projects outside. So we're switching gears, bringing it all inside and doing some projects inside the house that I'm super excited about and am looking forward to taking you guys on that journey. So we're doing lots of things in the kitchen with baking and sourdough and doing milk things and all of that. But I've got some major house projects, redoing, working on different decor items and everything. And so we are starting out in this room. We ripped up the carpet and we are on a cement slab. And so I am refinishing our cement floors. They have a white primer on them that was underneath the carpet, which I'm super bummed about because I was really hoping to just have cement floors. So now I have to fill in cracks and fill in all the divots from the tack strips, and then select a paint color, and I'm gonna have to paint the floors, which I was gonna do a sealant anyway, so painting and sealing is essentially the same thing, but now I have to pick a color, and since we're going with cement floors, I am going to be picking a grayish color. And so I'm really excited to take you guys on that. I do have some footage from when we were ripping up some of the carpet and some photos, so I'll show that to you. This room is such an involved process. I knew it was going to be, but like all DIY projects, there are extra steps that have to be taken as you get into the project. So we've pulled up the carpet and I am hand scraping the floors. I have this stand-up tool right here that works, but I can't get quite the right leverage with it. I am having to use like a hand spackle knife to be able to get all of the thin set up from the concrete floors that was underneath the tile next to this door right here. I'll flip the camera around and show you where we are at right now with doing this. So I have prepped this room, which is our living room. It's ready to go on to the next stage. I have pulled up all of the carpet. We pulled up all the tack strips. I've scraped the floors, gotten as much of the dumped drywall that was underneath, drywall mud that got stuck to the floors, got that scraped up pretty good. And then, so my next step is going to be filling in cracks and all of the little divots from the tack strips. So, and then I have to choose a color. So after I get all of the cracks and finishing and the divots filled in, that'll dry and cure, and I'll kind of smooth it out as needed. And then we'll pull off the baseboards probably before that point, and then I'll paint the floors. And so, all right, anyways, enough talking. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so there has been, and it's actually not that cold, because that's a question that I get all the time is, isn't it gonna be so cold in there with cement floors? It's really not that cold. I do wear socks and I do have toe heaters on, not because it's cold in here, but because it was -8 degrees this morning when I went out to milk the cow, and so I just still have my socks on from that. But it's actually surprisingly warm in here. Anyway, so we're gonna pull up the baseboards, have to move the furniture, and we'll get all of these cracks filled in, and then all of these little divots there. And then we do have a slight elevation change. I mean, slight. I don't even know if you can tell. Hardly anything. So I'm gonna be taking the, whatever it is that I'm using for these, it's a leveler. I'm gonna kind of level this crack out a little bit so that there's not quite the elevation change there. Yeah, so we're gonna fill in all of these little divots, and then I have a selection of paint colors that I am contemplating. So what I kind of wanna do is we're gonna do like a base color, and I'm leaning towards this one for my base color. It's gonna be all throughout, and then taking a handful, oh my goodness, taking a little bit of each of these other 4 colors and kind of splattering and smearing and giving it so that we can have more of a mottled look to the floor, so it's not all just one solid color. I want to have some dimension to it, like concrete generally does. So this is what we're looking at. I'm pretty excited about where we're going so far. So huge crack that I've got to fill and all of that, but this is the stage that we're at in right here. Okay, and then I just have to tell you that this has been just huge labor. Like, I have a long-handled scraper that I'm not able to get the right angle on, so that is not working. So I am down with a putty knife, this little guy, scraping everything off, which is super fun. Lots of vacuuming has been happening in this room. So, I mean, I do a little bit and then I vacuum, and we've just vacuumed and vacuumed and vacuumed. I've mopped a couple of times, and so it's just gonna be a huge process of just getting it really, really clean before each of the next steps. But this is where we're at. And then after I do that, I'm going to case in this window seat with wood, and then as also case in the window. And then I have another window over here that I need to encase, And then I'm actually gonna do board and batten on the walls in this room and then paint them white. And undecided on what I'm gonna do with the trim work on the door here, but most likely the baseboard, which is the same pine trim boards, most likely those are also gonna get painted white along with the rest of the walls here. So it's a process, but it's gonna look so good when it's done.